first ride in a helicopter and I wasn't even awake for most of it. I spent 5 days in a chemically induced coma through my first set of surgeries, and I didn't even know when they flew me to San Antonio to a level 1 trauma center. Yep, my first airplane ride too, and I wasn't even awake for that too. But long story short, I've had over 20 surgeries and procedures, a couple of skin grafts, a titanium rod put in my femur, and had my left foot amputated just below the knee. Just below the knee. I've been under anesthesia so many times that my mom said she even caught me trying to brush my teeth with the wrong end of the toothbrush. And one time when I was first coming out of the coma, I didn't even know my own parents. I think that's what scared me the most. I spent 2 months in the hospital and another month in the San Antonio Ronald McDonald House. My parents stayed with me the whole time. I mean, the entire time. They never left me. I progressed from a wheelchair to a walker to an iWalk and finally to my prosthetic. Anyway, I'm just telling you this to give you the background for what I really want to say. My world changed in 1 second, and 4-H helped me get through it. See, before that day, I was the one lending my hands to larger service. After that day, I became the one being helped. Immediately learning of what happened to me, my 4-H family started praying for me and rushing right in to help. In Harlingen, while I went through my first 6-hour surgery, our District 12 4-H leader, Mr. Luis Saldana, was with my parents at the hospital. Even my Jim Wells County 4-H leader's mom, Mrs. Wymore, came to the hospital too to stay with my parents and be there for support. I didn't know it, but so many people from our club and county were making trips back and forth down to the valley to try to help. They were there wrapping their arms around my parents, supporting them, telling them that we could get all through this, and making prayer and support chains. Even when I was moved to San Antonio, still in a coma, they followed us there. My mom says I had visitors nearly every single day that were coming by. In San Antonio, though, I couldn't have visitors in ICU for a good while because of infection risk, but they still came, dropping off cards, balloons, magazines, snacks, and more. My parents didn't know it back home, but my 4-H family was hard at work. People were feeding our animals with donated feed, cutting our grass to keep the weeds from taking over our home, holding fundraisers to help us get by, making trips back and forth to San Antonio to bring items needed, and very, very much more. We didn't get home even once for over 3 months. I used to hear my parents talking in the hospital at night when they thought I was asleep. They truly believed we were going to lose everything, but it didn't matter to them. They're not going to leave until we could all leave together, come what may. But I stand here today in front of you because of God's grace and my 4-H family. I stand here today to say thank you to those of you that prayed for me and visited me and kept my family strong. I stand here to say thank you and how grateful I am to all of you who kept my family going and kept them from losing their business, our home, and their good name. Thank all of you who sent the drawings and the cards and the posters and the letters. And I even used to wonder when we were making cards for the soldiers in the veterans hospitals and if it ever made a difference to them, but now I know that they do. Thank you to all the clubs like Enshriner, Pelotas, Brooks County, and so many more that went out of their way to help my family. Most of them didn't even know us, but that doesn't matter. When one 4-H family is hurting, another 4-H family comes and comforts, because that's what families do for each other. Now I also want to give a special thank you to our Jim Wells County 4-H leader, Barbie Wymore. She is our extension specialist, our miracle worker, our get us out of trouble because we forgot our paperwork hero, and our special 4-H mom. I don't know how many times she came to see me in San Antonio, but I do know she can make it there faster than anyone else can. She would come see me and bring my 4-H friends up sometimes so I wouldn't get lonely. She would bring care packages and pizza and a pizza back home when she came. She was always trying to keep me in the 4-H loop. The first time I video chatted with her, she cried. Yeah, I made my 4-H mom cry. That was when I couldn't have visitors in ICU, and she said she was just really happy to hear and see me and hear my voice. When I couldn't make it back home to have our new county officers retreat, she brought all of them to me at the Ronald McDonald House in San Antonio. That's a 2.5-hour drive, but she did it lots and lots of times. She even brought our community service event there too. She adapted everything so I wouldn't be left out. When I would have missed my 4-H ceremony back in Alice, she Skyped me in so I wouldn't miss it and I could see and talk with everybody. She made trip after trip after trip in San Antonio, and when I got home, she didn't stop there. She made it possible for me to keep on competing in 4-H. Her answer was always, "We'll make it work." With her support, I competed this year in Food Challenge, CDM, Ag Product, educational presentations, storyboard, and more, and even showed my chickens at the fair. All without a foot by being either in a walker or an iWalk. Even just one day after I got my prosthetic. We were out serving at the Feast of Sharing in Corpus, and she was keeping us busy. She never left me out. Because of her today, I still got to compete at the State Fair, Texas, San Antonio, and Houston. Between Barbie and my 4-H family, I've been able to keep on going strong, and that's something I plan to keep on doing. I will make my mark on this world, just as 4-H has made its mark on me. So here I stand today, nearly 1 year from that day that changed my world. A much stronger, more determined, and a much more hardworking 4-H'er than ever. I'm here today to tell you that whatever obstacles life puts in your way, don't let that bring you down. Keep going, push through them. Find the strength inside you that you never even knew you had, and let it make you stronger than you ever were before. It's not what happens to you that makes who you are, it's how you respond to it. Don't spend your time thinking about what could have happened. Instead, start pushing toward what can be. Never believe that you're limited in what you can do, because if it can't be done one way, then just get around it and find another way to get it done. Use your head, your heart, your hands, and your health to make the world a better place, because that's what we all pledged to do. Remember that you're not alone, and you never have to do it all by yourself. So I want you to look around here tonight and see some of the amazing people that make up your 4-H family. They are here, they are many, and they're behind you too. They have your back. Because in this great big state of Texas, there might be over 65,000 4-H members. There might be 12 districts. There might be 4 H's on that one clover, but we're all one big family after all. Thank you.
Your story is one of dedication and inspiration that 4-H has provided. And I think I speak for all of us here tonight when I say that we are proud to have you in our 4-H family. Tonight I want to present you with this token of our appreciation. And I just want to say thank you and that you are an inspiration to us all. Can we give them one more round of applause, please?